Good evening, everybody. All right, so happy new moon in Gemini. And as you can see, there are a lot of messages that want to come through tonight. I must say that they are wonderfully positive. It's very nice to see everybody's been through quite a rough patch in the past couple of months, or for some, it's even been in the past couple of years, moving out of old energies from like 2017. So it's really, really nice to see positive energy coming up here and only good stuff. A little bit about the new moon in Gemini, what you expect, what you should be doing. This is a time where thoughts and ideas become action, all right, where you have to become action-orientated or take an action-orientated approach. So if you think of the fundamental like symbolism in the tarot, your wands, which are ideas, have to become swords, which are action. So it's lovely that you've been, talking about movement, maybe talking about traveling or moving somewhere else or starting a business or starting a new job and telling everybody, I'm going to get out of there, I'm going to get a new job. But now it's time to put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, and to change that talking into movement and action. All right, and even if you take one small step towards it, that's perfect. Send your resume off to somebody or have a conversation with someone else, because communication is very important right now to see where the opportunities are. Try and take action to the things that you want to achieve. If you've wanted to save up to do something, start saving up, even if it starts with the smallest amount. Often one small step in the right direction of what our intent or our intended manifestation is enough to get the ball rolling. It's enough to show intent to the universe and for them to get on board with us then and say, okay, we see that you really mean this, so we're going to now assist you. Now we will help you to achieve your goals, because you're showing action, you're showing initiative. All right, so that's what you need to do now. At the same time, I've had it with 2 clients today where they've said to me, oh, Shereen, everybody is just like overwhelming me. Everyone's got ideas. Everyone wants to help and give me advice and stuff. And I really just find it overwhelming. And I know they're well-meaning, but I just can't handle it. And this is happening a lot. I think we're all experiencing it, and sometimes it can give us the mindset of thinking, everyone's just such a know-it-all. They all know how to do it. They think they've all been there. They want to tell me what decisions to make with my life, and we become a little bit defensive, where people are well-meaning. But you must understand as well that if you are overthinking, which is the trend at the moment, because our minds are very active, all these thoughts are culminating. You must remember that what you're experiencing, everyone around you is also experiencing. So they are full of ideas. They are trying to project onto you sometimes the things that they want to do. Sometimes they haven't been able to do it yet, and they want to encourage you to do it, to see if it'll work even. But or perhaps they haven't been able to achieve it, but they see the potential in you. So they're trying to encourage, trying to push you forward, and sometimes we get a little bit frustrated with this. So it's very much about communication, but also then there are the boundaries that we need to draw for ourselves. How much do we allow people to push us? We need to make our own decisions. We need to take decisive action, and it's our path that we need to be focused on. So we need to be very mindful of that, and also remember that we need to now move into a place where we are not just thinking, but we are strategizing and we are taking steps. So be organized, be mindful of stuff. Because our minds are very busy, we can be a little bit negligent, or we can leave something behind when we go to an important meeting because our thoughts are a bit scattered. So the way to combat this is to also try and do some meditation, clear your mind, focus, work on one thing at a time. Don't try to multitask too much, because 10 half jobs aren't as good as one good job. All right, so try and keep that in mind for now, and try and have some structure and a plan of how you're going to go forward, a plan of action. All right, so if you find yourself overthinking, take a deep breath, center yourself. You are full of ideas, and so is everybody else, and that's why everyone seems a little bit overwhelming to you. So take it in your stride if you can, all right? Because this is a time for open communication. There are going to be new contacts, new people coming into your life, new ideas that you have, and you just need to try and stay focused and not take it too seriously. Try and keep your mood up. You know, do things that you enjoy, listen to music that you enjoy, try and elevate yourself all the time so that you don't get stuck in like a doldrum because you're feeling overwhelmed. All right, okay, so let's get straight into the reading, because this is going to reiterate all the points that I am trying to make here. What I did tonight is I just shuffled and said, please, what messages do you want to give us? This evening I started with the Goddesses and Sirens cards, and we've got a few of the ladies here. They're all feminine energy that comes up, which is fine, because that is the prevalent energy at the moment, which we know if you've watched any of my previous videos. We'll talk about the Father Healing card later, though. Alright, so I said, please, just tell us what we need to know now with all of this action-orientated communication kind of energy that's around us, moving forward, having to take action, the changes that we're experiencing, feeling overwhelmed. What guidance is there for us? All right, so I sort of grouped them together as they came up because I saw trends. So this is talking about where we are with ourselves, taking action, and how we need, what state of mind we need to be in when we're taking this action now. Freya came up. Freya is the Norse goddess that stands with Odin. Alright, if you know anything about the Norse pantheon, you'll know that Freya is in charge of the Valkyries who come down to resurrect the soldiers who've died honorably. But she's also a woman of irresistibility. She is a warrior. She stands on her own. She's balanced. She's powerful. She's secure in who she is. And men literally wish they would die and go to basically serve in her halls, and not serve in her halls, but sit in her halls and wait for end of days with her. You know, to be chosen by Freya is all they actually live for. She is also a goddess of magic, so she can manifest and create and do all these wonderful things. So this is showing us that this is the kind of energy we need to stand in right now. Do you see how powerful she is? Do you see how beautiful she is and how unashamed of that she is? She literally stands in her power, and she wears a necklace around her neck called Brisingamen, which is meant to basically hold the power of the sun. So she's exceptionally powerful. She's exceptionally irresistible in all shapes and forms, and she knows exactly who she is. She's able to do anything. Nothing can stop her. This is the kind of energy that we need to embody now. We need to feel that we are worthy, and we need to see our inner beauty and our inner talents. This is reiterated also by Helen of Troy, that beauty is not only skin deep. That's something else that we need to remember. We have other talents and things about us that can bring beauty into the world. It's not about the external. You'll see that this is something that we are moving away from very quickly. All this false, superficial kind of mindset that we've been in with the media, and, you know, things coming up like Instagram where it's selfies and all of this kind of thing. This is, people are getting bored of it because it is a very shallow, superficial way of being, and this is not all there is to life. All right, Helen of Troy teaches us that as well. And that beauty is not only skin deep, that we have to embrace our own beauty. We have to remember that we have qualities that other people don't have. We have something unique that we can bring into the world that is just our own. All right? That also speaks to the card worthiness that says here, know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. You are worthy to receive good. And we're going to bring this up just now because abundance comes up for us again and again and again. The mindset that we are in, the mindset of lack that we've been in for years, is something that's going to come to an end. All right, we are moving in that direction. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but it is definitely something that is coming up. So we're encouraged by Freya to embrace who we are, not be ashamed of who we are, celebrate who we are. There's no shame in anything about you, and your outward appearance means very little or nothing to most people. We are obsessed about our looks and what people think of our outer appearance, and at the end of the day, it really, really doesn't matter. And what you bring and what you contribute to this world matters more than anything else. So you need to be reminded that you are irresistible in your own way. All right, and this is also about your sexuality, sexual enjoyment, which is a natural part of life, and not being ashamed of it, not being ashamed of your sexuality, but not using it in the wrong way. Okay, maybe this does come up more than once here, so maybe some of you have had problems with this in your relationships before, or you don't feel worthy, somebody broke you down. Stand in your power, be Freya. Their opinion doesn't matter to you, you know who you are, you stand centered, you stand strong, all right. Centered yourself, and amongst this chaos that is this overthinking and everything that's happening now, center yourself, have the quiet in the storm, and just know that you can handle this. You're absolutely capable. Don't listen to anything anyone's ever said to you that is negative about yourself. All right, and you need to recognize your own unique beauty. Stop comparing yourself to other people, and realize that beauty shouldn't be used as a weapon or to manipulate somebody else, which is something that's really been happening of late as well. So please take these lessons from her. Okay, your worthiness is not dependent on your physical appearance. We need to find that balance, and you're not just going to get a job because you look good or you're wearing a short skirt. You know, those days are over. So this is about worthiness, and you really being able to do things for yourself from within, and people seeing this. Here is a beautiful card. When we're talking about taking action, it says ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Go and start that project. Apply for that job. Don't care what anybody else said. Lunge forward and do it. Take the first step towards the action. All right? Okay, then we got the Father Healing card, which was quite interesting. And you think, what on earth does this have to do with Father Healing? It's the fundamental energy of the male energy. It's expansive and giving. All right, if we don't embrace expansive and giving energy, we battle with abundance. We battle to receive. So if you've got unhealed issues with your father, the expansive giving energy in your life is affected. So a lot of people who have issues with their father will find that they have issues being receptive and accepting when somebody wants to give or help them. And this comes up as a lot tonight. It says you're being helpful person. You're going to be blocked by that if you can't heal that energy that comes with expansiveness and giving. All right, and it is linked to our relationships we have with father figures or male figures in our lives. All right, that's something to bear in mind. Then we have synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. This is something else that you can bring to your attention. You may notice 2 or 3 times that someone actually says something about your appearance and says, well, you look nice today. And you'll think, I've really done nothing, but it's something coming from within. That standing sure of yourself. All right, having that inner surety and that irresistibility that we're talking about, that inner beauty that comes through. All right, synchronicity also comes through. You may see the same animal a couple of times, hear the same word, the same song. Look out for these kind of signs because they can lead you in the right direction. All right, then we have opportunity. This is from the Spirit Oracle. Opportunity came up. I love these because they just give us little messages in between. And this one says here, live in the moment. Let go of the past. We're also letting go of karmic stuff here, hey? Like your father healing, your problems with having abundance, with accepting it. Issues we've had with our physical bodies or things that people have told us. We're letting go of all of this stuff. Live in the moment. Let go of the past. There is no point worrying about the future. A wonderful opportunity exists for you today. Embrace it. Remember to be thankful for what we have now, because the energy of gratitude brings in more abundance for us as well. Hey? And abundance is not just about money. It's about all things, being happy in all areas of your life. This one here is speak your truth. We were talking about healthy boundaries, and I say it all the time. Speak your truth. Be honest with yourself and others, all right? It says here, stand up for what you believe in, regardless of the consequences. Speak your truth regardless of what others may think about your irresistibility as well, hey, and your inner beauty. It is time to stand in your own power. Shine for all the world to see. That's what Freya is telling you as well. Know that you are worthy. All right. Use your own beauty. Okay. There are synchronicities even happening in this reading. It's time to stand in your power and shine for the world to see. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Show to the world what you can present, what you can contribute. Oh, I've messed everything up here. Here we go. Okay, let's move on. So I'm going to go down here now. This was all about respecting the cycles, and these are your own cycles as well, the cycles in your own life. This for me was also about rebirth and a time of, that has been a time of stillness, or like what we would perceive of as a winter in our lives, like I've spoken about before, thinking that things are really have deadened and fallen away, and like, what are we left with? I feel like I've lost everything, you know, that kind of mindset. What do I do after I've reached rock bottom? Where do I go from here? And the first one that really stands out for me is Persephone. Persephone is about cycles. She governs the seasons, and she tells you to respect your own natural cycles. All right? It's time for change, and your change will be positive. And this is to be mindful of seasonal changes and go with the flow, because you have changes and seasons within yourself as well. Maybe you went through a time where you didn't have a job. Maybe you went through a time where you really didn't look after yourself physically, and you're really in a bit of a rut now, and you need to change things. So it could have to do with your diet and your activity level. It could be any aspect of your life that you've been sitting thinking about, but you haven't taken the action. This is what this new moon is about, all right? Ready, set, go. Take the action that you need to take. All right. This is also a new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. This is reiterated everywhere. Here is positive outcome. All right, there is hope. Don't give up now. Have faith. Trust. The forces of love are at work behind the scenes. Expect a joyous and positive outcome. Sorry, I didn't realize the light was on there while I'm reading. We will get back to this again. All right. Contentment as well. For me, this is also cycles, you know, a cycle of waiting. We've been waiting for ages for certain things to culminate and to come to a head, and her thought tells you that she has, you know, incubated and sat and waited for this new life that's going to spring forward. She's all about nurturing, all about fertility and abundance as well, and she's ready to birth this new opportunity or this new way of life for you that you're working on, that's been in the thought process. It's ready to now become something that is in the 3D, that is in your reality. All right, it's going to be birthed. It's going to actually become, if you could think of her situation, she's been sitting waiting for this child to be born. All of a sudden it's going to be in the physical. It's actually going to be there and actually going to be happening. All right. So she's telling you to be content with what you have, be grateful for what you have already. Remember to send out the gratitude, and this will bring you more abundance. All right, be grateful that we have the ability to create, to manifest, and use these abilities. Okay, we also have protection. So again, this came up last time, that maybe you're going to take a risk. This is what this says to me. Maybe you need to take a leap of faith or take a risk in your life, and you're really worried about the protection of your loved ones. Or maybe you're thinking of moving from a place where you don't feel safe physically, and you actually want to move home, or you want to move countries, or whatever the case is, and you're worried about it. It's being reiterated again. This came up last time, and it says you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected. The minute you ask for that protection, there's no delay. It's immediate. Okay, so you don't need to worry. You are protected in the decisions you want to make and the things you want to do, as long as they come from a place of love, and it is something that you're being truthful and honest with yourself about. Okay, and you are strongly guided to use your intuition. Please, people, if it feels wrong, it's wrong. If it feels right, it's right. It's that simple. That's what your intuition is there for. It's there to guide you. And then Lakshmi. Lakshmi is all about prosperity. She is the embodiment of prosperity and good fortune. And this is also about luck and money. If you know of the festival of Diwali or Diwali, she is the goddess that they pray to, that comes through the businesses and the homes and blesses everyone with prosperity. You couldn't have got a better card if that's what you're after. You need to know this is going to have a good outcome. All right, whatever this idea is that's been stuck in the realm of ideas that needs to be now into the realm of action and the physical 3D, you are protected, and Lakshmi wants to bless you with abundance in whatever shape or form. Again here, this is how we take the action. This is what we need to do. Make a decision. I get a strong thing about people traveling, making a move. Maybe you need to do something with regards to just moving to somewhere that's not as stressful as it used to be. It says, are you feeling stuck or indecisive? Listen to your intuition and make a decision. I've just said, listen to your intuition. And remember, I spoke earlier about people giving you all of their ideas and making you maybe feel a little bit overwhelmed. You need to draw within yourself, meditate, do whatever it takes to get to that quiet place where you make the decision from a centered place, from self-love and what is for your highest good. All right, make the decision, but make the right decision that is yours. It's just like when we're having a baby, like a thaw here or something. I said this to a client tonight. I said, when you're having a child, and I know I'm a mother myself, everybody has advice for you. Everyone tells you, you have to use these bottles. This is the best clinic to go to. You have to use this doctor. Everyone's full of advice, and they're only coming from a good place. They mean well, but it's not always ideal for us. And at the end of the day, we will make the decision that's best for us. This can be with anything. What school you're supposed to attend, what course you're supposed to take in your life, what people think you should do for a living. At the end of the day, it's not their path and it's not up to them. Take the advice, listen to it, but sit with yourself. Ask your higher self, ask your guides and your guardians, your angels, whoever you speak to, and say, please, through my intuition, guide me in the right direction. All right. We are reminded that there is hope. Please don't get to a place ever where you think, okay, this is it, I've hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go. Remember the cycles, and that after bad things, the good has to return at some point. Winter comes and summer has to return, spring has to return. The sun goes down and the sun has to come up again. There are cycles. Honor the cycles when you're in yourself. Don't beat yourself up for anything that's happened. Don't think that it cannot change. Don't dwell on the past. Live in the moment. Let go of the past. There's no point in worrying about the future. All right? A wonderful opportunity exists for you today. Embrace it. There is hope. Please don't give up and say, well, that's the way it's always been. I've never had good luck. Things just don't work out for me. Life's always sucked. That kind of mindset really doesn't get us anywhere. And we have to keep and stay hopeful. All right, again, you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. That speaks to that again. Please keep the hope that this is happening. You may not see it happening. Have faith in that which cannot be seen but nevertheless exists. All right, again it says here, helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom it may be and initiate contact. There are friends and support, maybe colleagues. Maybe it's somebody you haven't seen in ages and they're going to just pop into your life. Look for the signs. Look for the synchronicities. Maybe you think of someone and the next thing you know, they give you a call and you haven't spoken to them in years. They may have an opportunity or be able to help you. All right, then we have here pleasure and playtime. We're being reminded repetitively, and it's something I sometimes struggle with myself, is to just have fun. Get in touch with your inner child. Do something that's fun. It will transform you. It makes us less defensive. It makes us less tired. It makes us less strung out, less short-tempered with everybody else. We need to remember that life is not just to be serious and stress ourselves out about. Have some fun. Okay, this is playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing, and joy creates miracles and manifestation. Creativity and joy bring manifestation into our lives and bring ideas because we use other parts of our brains when we are enjoying pleasure and we're doing things that are pleasurable and creative. All right, so this is very important to remember. And this for me is always about transformation as well. Making us less defensive, letting your guard down a little bit. All right? Look at this guy. He doesn't look like he's having any fun. But that guy looks like he's a little bit less stressed out, a little bit guarded. And, he's just more approachable. So having some fun, loosening up, makes you more approachable as well. Okay, and then to finish off, let's do these last three. Positive outcome. Your heart's desire. These are messages that I just asked for to pop up. We've had this one before. Innocence. All right. The first one that says positive outcome, which you've been told already. There is hope. Don't give up now. Have faith. There is hope. Trust. The forces of love are at work behind the scenes. What did we just get told was behind the scenes? Oh, here we go. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you. Even if you don't see the results yet, you are being helped. All right. The forces of love are at work behind the scenes. Expect a joyous and positive outcome. Okay. Your heart's desire. You are being showered with love. Your time of waiting will soon be over. All your heart's deepest desires will be fulfilled. All right, this is about manifestation. This is about the prosperity that you've been told about. Remember, it doesn't always have to be money, even though Lakshmi is very much about money. Your contentment coming in. A new dawn. The worst is behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. We're being told this repetitively. And the last card I've got here is innocence. And this says, innocence, purity, joy. You are being encouraged to just be you. Gee whiz, if we haven't heard that about 50 times. Helen of Troy. Be yourself, embrace your beauty. Freya. Just be you. You are enough. Okay, you're being reminded of this all the time. Your worthiness. You be encouraged to just be you. You are the light of the joy in this world. Expect positive outcomes. This is crazy, actually. You know, I don't read any of these before I do this. Expect positive outcomes. There's your positive outcome card. And flow from your honesty and pure intentions. Speak your truth. Alright, that's about honesty and pure intentions. Again, stand up for what you believe in regardless of the consequences. Speak your truth regardless of others, what others may think. It's time to stand in your own power and shine for the world to see. Please remember Freya. Please remember what she looks like, how awesome and sexy and powerful she is, and she's unashamed. Alright, so some beautiful messages here this evening. I've messed everything up, but they all link up and send us this message. Now is the time. Please, ready, set, go. It's the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Didn't we get heart's desire as well? We did, somewhere here. Shereen has messed it up. Heart's desire. Okay. Please, you're being showered with love. Your time of waiting will soon be over. All your heart's deepest desires will be fulfilled. Your time of waiting is almost over. This birth is coming. All right, this prosperity. Watch out for the helpful person. Remember to have fun and not take life too seriously, because that's the kind of energy you want to bring in. Your goal is to have fun. Your goal is to enjoy your life. Your goal is to make money, to enjoy what you do for a living, to make money loving what you do, to have a happy family, to be able to go on holidays, to be healed and healthy, to get up and do the things that you've been planning to do for ages. Go ahead and do it. Ready, set, go. Have a lovely, lovely new moon, and I wish you guys all of the best. If you want to get hold of me, I will put links at the bottom. I do private readings and mentoring, so please, if you feel you need further information or help with something, by all means. Alright, you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook. And Yes, otherwise there are links to email me and to my testimonials. I wish you all a beautiful Friday, and I'll chat to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.